And we are live. All right, y'all. So, just going to be a quick review. One, because the show wasn't really that exciting. And two, because I am on the clock and I'm taking my break right quick. So, I'm going to try to, do a couple things at once. You know what I'm saying? So, if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. If you are back, welcome back. I love you. I love you. I love you. I am Naisha. This is the Naisha B Show. And today we are discussing Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 3, episode. I don't know off the top of my head, and I didn't write it down, so I'll make sure that I put it in the description box. So, anywho, today's episode, and y'all don't judge this. My line sister got married on Friday, and I had a silk press, and I'm natural now, so my press ain't so silky no more, and I'm still trying to like maneuver this natural lifestyle. But I'm feeling some braids coming back in my future in the next 7 days because it's still hot and I just can't. So, anywho, and if you guys have any natural hair suggestions for a new natural like myself, please feel free to comment them in the comment section because like I said, this is a brand new journey for me. I haven't had a perm since August 2019. So, yeah, this is like new for me. So, okay, but y'all didn't come here for that. Y'all came here for Love and Marriage Huntsville. So let's get to it. Okay, so we start with Melody and Letitia having a little get together at Mel's. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see it. And they catch up, and Mel discusses basically how she's enjoying her me time and just, basically not being attached to a narcissist anymore and just getting in tune with who she is because she's still a young adult, but she spent most of her young adult life with Martell and being a mother and a wife. So I could definitely appreciate, her wanting to have some alone time. And Tisha discusses wanting more romance in her marriage. And I'm like, okay, girl. And so then Martell is pretending to be a dutiful son. He's at his mommy's house and he's, I think she had snakes or something. And so he's putting down some snake repellent and he and his mom are having tea. And, he's basically telling on Miss Van, who is Melody's mom, for basically somewhat chastising him when he went to go pick up the kids recently. And his mom is like, well, I mean, ain't nobody perfect. I got a life. I can't be worried about y'all motherfuckers. And she need to just get over. This is just a paraphrase. She ain't say that. But she said something like that. And basically, I'm just like, well, I get how Martell is how he is. Some of it, I'm sure, is a chemical imbalance. But the rest of it is having a mom who just was detached. And don't get me wrong, I love Martell's mom. I think she a real nigga, but at the same time, I think that she just eventually gave up on Martell, to be honest. And I think that he's always given her things to be proud of as far as, marrying Melody, because from what I remember, Melody said he was cutting grass when they met. And hey, cutting grass is a humble, honest living. People grass needs to be cut, but it just amazes me how he's so high and mighty now, and he's so quick to tell Melody what she's capable of doing and those type of things. And it seemed like honestly, she really upgraded you. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I feel like she basically downplayed his actions and just kind of wants Miss Van to do the same thing. And it's like, well, it's easier for you to get over it because your son is the antagonizer in this situation. He's the villain, so to speak, in this situation. Whereas Melody, and I do appreciate you telling him that Melody is always going to be your daughter-in-law. I really
number is going to be on the VIP access app, okay? So the app that
I really appreciate my bad, I thought they was talking to me. But gotta go. But my bad, I told you I was at work. So anyway, yeah, so Martell's pretty much the villain in this situation. Miss Van's daughter, i.e. Melody, she, was pretty much the victim. Now, I don't believe in victim as humans because I feel like we all have some type of contribution to things going wrong. But I feel like when it comes to whatever Melody may or may not have done, I feel like Martell's shit trumps that significantly. So again, Martell, it's all your fault. Okay. So then we see Marceau, and he's on his boss is she's having a team meeting with the staff at Black, and I really love that name. Like I loved it when the group, Shamari and them, and R.I.P. Natina Reed and what's the girl name, Brandy. I love, the name as a group. But I was a kid back then, so it's like now I just, I love the Black experience of it all. It's Black, but then it's got the QUE, so it's like sexy Black, and then it's like Black people own it. Like I love all of that. And so anyway, my bad, y'all. I'm trying to get this video out because I'm being consistent. And so I got to do things, multiple tasking sometimes. And this is one of those things. So we're gonna do this. So anyway, yeah, and I also definitely plan on going to Huntsville before this year is out and visiting Black, and I definitely will put a review up after I do so. So hold me to that because, like I said, I'm investing into this channel. So anyway, Marceau and Jalen are discussing Jalen's managerial duties, and Jalen basically tells Marceau that I kind of feel like I'm left out sometimes, and that you guys don't really have the proper assistance for me. And then Marceau was like, well, I will consider hiring an assistant manager that has that type of experience that can help you. And I'm just like, I'm so confused because, well, first of all, I was confused when y'all made Jalen the manager in the first place because I'm like, I could have swore he said he had no idea what he wanted to do, and with that being said, being a manager or being in the restaurant industry, period, was never really on that list. So in fact, y'all kind of just threw him in such a serious position with him not even having a desire to do that threw me off. Then to find out that you threw him in that position and you didn't even have anybody train this young man. Why did he have to tell you, Marceau, what your boss asked? Because you're the king and you do everything. You the man. I'm trying to figure out why Jalen had to tell you that someone with some actual real managerial experience should have a hand in running this business. I don't see why having an actual restaurant manager with actual restaurant manager experience be the manager and then bring Jalen on. How, let me stop. Yeah, I ain't just don't even worry about that. But anyway, I just don't understand like why he had to tell you that after y'all been open 4 months at this point. Like no one in your camp, no one when y'all created this business plan and hired staff and stuff like that, no one ever was like, hey, y'all might need some people with actual experience in the smug, and then just have like Jalen and whoever else is new to this shadow them and learn from them. Nobody? Oh, okay. All right. So anywho, Marceau basically agrees that he'll do that. So we'll see. So then we're back. Let's see. Did I skip some notes? Maybe not. So Ms. Van is very emotional. And, I definitely feel for her. And she and Marceau, not Marceau, she and Martell are having a little talk in the park. And she's basically just telling him, how she feels. I really am feeling for my daughter. I'm feeling for my grandchildren. This is just really not how things were set up. And of course, he hits her with the nobody's perfect. And Melody did this, those tired ass lines that are just tired and played at this point. And, they pretty much just agreed to disagree because what else can they do? The divorce is final, as was stated, and the kids are the most important part at this time. So I just hope that all of the adults in this situation can, come together and just be there for those children, because at this point, that's all y'all can do. So then we meet Tiffany and her husband, and I think they're a very nice looking couple. They have beautifully blended their families. They each have a teenage son, I think 14 and 15. And I think they play baseball or something. And we find out that Miss Tiffany, which I need to Google her because I need to know that story. We find out Miss Tiffany has surprised her hubby with a surprise wedding at a baseball stadium or a football field. I don't know what somewhere big during COVID, and it made headlines from what someone in the I can't remember if it was Kimmy, but I don't know, someone on the show said it made headlines, and I was like, well, damn, that was kind of okay. But I really and I mean like kind of okay, like kind of okay, like that's just in case y'all was wondering, because I don't think that's okay. But again, it ain't none of my business, because clearly it worked out for them because they on this TV show and everybody's all smiles and shit. So hell, maybe y'all, I am leaving it alone. So anyway, Tisha and Marceau, they're having a FaceTime, and I really just was over this scene anyway, because I ain't gonna lie, they kind of bore me. Like I just not gonna lie to you. But Tisha and Marceau, they had a little FaceTime. Tisha's already in, I think Texas is where they're going for their little vacation slash business trip. And Marceau was supposed to come, but something came up at the restaurant, so he has to stay behind for a day. Okay. And blah blah blah. Moving on. So Destiny's birthday brunch commences, as well as the hot girl summer, as she says. And so Melody shows up slaying, as always. I'm really digging that bob wig and everything. Really, I dig most of wait, who's Whitney? I dig most of Melody's wigs. Most of them. Most of them I do. And really, like I say, she be slaying, so I ain't no complaints. And so I mean, and everyone really looked good. Really, Destiny did too. I mean, everyone was looking good, you know. And so couple random friends, you know, Kimmy shows up. Oh, and I love Kimmy's dress, like the little sexy back and the side boob. But I was like, you better show them how you do it. Yes, that is how you do it. So yeah, everyone's sitting around slaying and kikiing and whatnot. And Kimmy finds out at the birthday brunch that Destiny and LeBeric are divorced. And Kimmy's very like taken aback, and she has a little thug tear about it, because she's like, "Oh my gosh, like I hate when people's marriages don't work out and you just had a baby, and you know I'm really sad." And Destiny's like, "Don't make me cry." And I'm like, "See, I knew you cared up in there." And I know how we do sometimes. We be strong. And she a Taurus, so you know she definitely got a strong disposition. But you know, we be strong, and we don't, you know, strong woman. I'm woman, hear me roar. But at the same time, that woman got a 1 year old and basically was grand opening, grand closing with her marriage. You see what I'm saying? So there are going to be emotions attached to that shit. As a divorce mediator, take it from me. I know I ain't never been divorced. Hope I don't have to experience that end of it, but I have definitely dealt with many people who have been, and it is very, very emotional, especially with new children involved. So I really just pray to Destiny you keep your head up, and I hope that you and LeBeric's co-parenting relationship is better than your marriage, because y'all got a long way to go on that, baby. So anyway, Tiffany shows up, and okay, so I already said about the surprise wedding, and then she mentions monster vaping in the bathroom, and so Kimmy's like, skirt, what? I don't know. You gotta talk to all these M's, Jesus, Maurice, about that. And I'm just like, Tiffany, I want to like you. I want to like you. I do. And I understand I understand that this is reality TV, and you do have to bring somewhat of the shit with you. But at the same time, damn, that we need to leave the kids out of this. And if you are going to ask Kimmy such a question, you need to ask her that by herself on camera, but by herself. So at least, you know, she has some time to process it by herself before we see it on TV. You know, she had to process it in front of everybody. And a lot of people she don't even know. You see what I'm saying? So like, chill out with all that, Tiffany. Chill out. So then she mentions that she met Destiny's ex-husband, LeBeric, somewhere when he was getting some kind of award. And I'm assuming that the woman he was with was not Destiny. And so then when she met Destiny, I guess she mentioned that, oh, hey, I met you. And then Destiny's like, no, bitch, that wasn't me. And I'm just like, here you go again, Tiffany. I want to like you, but you're making it hard. What makes you think? Especially now, you know, editing. So I'm not confident that she said it after the whole revelation to Kimmy about the divorce happened or not. But if you did, the way that they shot it, it seemed like you mentioned it after it was confirmed that Destiny and LeBerick were divorced. Why would you then bring that up? Like, hasn't she, like, that's literally like kicking someone while they're down. Like, why does this woman need a reminder that you met her ex-husband with another bitch? I just don't understand, Tiffany. I just don't understand. I just don't. So anyway, um damn, was that it? I told you I wasn't really much this episode. So yeah, the episode pretty much ends there. But the previews got me kind of excited. So it looks like there's going to be like a Ready to Love, Love and Marriage Huntsville kind of mashup episode crossover event, if you will. Shout out to SVU and Scandal and or how to Get Away with Murder and Station 19, all the shows that be coexisting on certain episodes and shit. So it looks like when they're out in Texas, which is where Ready to Love was filmed this past season, they're gonna do like I don't know, I think like an opening or a soft opening or something like that for Black Houston. So I'm like, okay. I see how y'all did that. I see how y'all doing it. Okay, so yeah, perfect time to end this because now I have to go. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I love y'all. Thank you for loving me. And as always, it's been real. Toodles.